StallSpinCrashNBurn, the key 4 fundamentals of flight. Starting a cargo run. The one I picked is not a real big, it's only 90-minute flight. It's only 1.4 credits, 1.4 mil credits. But it'll be an easy flight, VFR to VFR, doing a citation longitude. And I don't, you can look at the EFB, see what it shows. I do need to change this perhaps. Let's see, let's go back to. So here's the route they're giving us. Flight level, looks like we'll just get to 37. Come back down, so that's the, you can't do anything with the ZFB. You can change it all you want, but it will not change the career actual requirements. So these are coming from career mode that may or may not be right. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. We can look at these different things, the step size, the flight number, so that we'll try it. So I don't know if this will work. AT keys, KBIL. It's going to be 4 fundamentals, so we're going to call the call sign 4 fun 9 Delta Kilo. We'll see what happens if I do that. This L, transponder L. Ignore that. Schedule. I don't know if this is going to do any of this stuff, but we'll see. 1. No extra block fuel. That's ridiculous. It's not going to be 90 gallons, it's going to be a lot more. 2 airspeed 440 at altitude. We'll see. This flight just says Billings. So now we wrote these altitudes, it doesn't work. We're going to send this to ATC and avionics, see what happens. Looks like the mission may not have done anything. Takes a little while to render sometimes. Maybe not at all. There it is. So you can see it's dirty. Can't have a dirty airplane for passenger flight. It's gotta be washed. It's only 1 hour since new. It's washed. Still looks dirty on this picture. It won't when we get there though. I use a honeycomb. Bravo. It's Alpha Bravo Charlie. Alpha Bravo Sac. I've been very happy with it. Well, let's do this playground there. I need to set up my stuff. Some throttles. Flaps. And also put them all in the right position before I get the plane. Speed brake. Everything works in Longitude in terms of what animations. Tried the CRJ, tried the TC24, got a lot of missing parts. So, all right, so we'll do our walk around real quick. There we go. Open up and check inside. These actually work. We're not going to mess with it. Don't want to screw it. There's Collins avionics in there. Check the piston, check the wheels, take out the shocks. Technically, only got to do one set of wheels. See, it's nice and clean now. Around the corner. And because they're hydraulically operated, you can't move them like you can in a small aircraft. Check the wheels, check the pistons, take the cover off, the knee port, knee bend. Can't open up the actually cover back on. Piston wheels, shocks to the bottom. And that's all she wrote there. It does take more planning in progress to set up a longitude. I will point out that it doesn't really matter what the career mode has for the route or for the arrival or anything else. As long as you take off from the assigned runway and land at the assigned runway, it doesn't really care. Now, the other thing you have to care about is if you fly above flight level 180, that's considered Class A airspace, and you're not talking to ATC, you'll get a big 25% ding on your airline procedures. Similarly, if you fly into a Class Bravo, or you fly into a Class, or fly into a Charlie airfield, and you're not talking to ATC, whether it's IFR or VFR, you'll get a 25% ding on your airline procedures. So that's the biggest ding you can get in career mode. So don't do that. Pay attention to your maps. But a longitude would almost never fly. You can fly, take that out of there so you can see. You can fly VFR and VFR airspace in longitude. And I've done it, it's fine. But most flight simulator pilots have not studied the airspaces well enough to understand that. Maybe, well, I have a video on StallSpinCrashNBurn on YouTube that explains the airspaces a little bit, but it's several years old, and it was really designed for VATs and controllers. There's plenty of them out there that you can watch a video on, but folks seem to like the one I did, so I will probably do another one more for VATs and pilots. Now I do everything under VR, so I'm going to switch to VR headset. The monitor won't change, but I am going to turn off my webcam because there's no point in watching someone who is under VR headset. So that's all we need is that. Put this baby on it. Now it's important when you're in meta to make sure everything's working correctly. It is. I'm going to mute my camera. You don't need to hear me twice. It's very important to make sure your you have to run the virtual desktop. It's really the only way it's going to work. But you need to make sure when you look through your meta, the virtual desktop is running and you can see all the monitors you have in virtual desktop before you flip to VR in Flight Simulator. Otherwise, Flight Simulator won't recognize the change and it'll stop and give you a warning. And the problem with that warning is that you can't get out of it. You can't press the OK button. It's waiting for an OK click from a VR headset controller, but you're not connected to the VR headset. Then it won't accept a mouse control, which is dumb. All right, so the way to fly this is very, very simple. I don't have any buttons connected to the Bravo or the Alpha. And it's just, this is such an open, beautiful cockpit. It's so easy to do everything from VR. There's really no need for any of that. So, and just like the PC-24 and 12, the Longitude does the same thing. Is you just run across the controls and hook up what you need. So now I do have some buttons for quick looks set up like this to make it faster and easier to get around. These are just the camera buttons I mapped to some keys. So I always check everything, make sure everything looks right. It looks okay. To make sure there's no lights lit, everything's off, the parking brake is on. That's always important. I do check to make sure that these things are working and they aren't doing funkiness. I check to make sure my reversers go to reverse. They did, you see that? So I flip the little handles up and pull them back. And then I have it set so that when I release it, it jumps to idle so it doesn't go crazy and go too far. So I really like these controls. You can see how easy it is to do everything. So here's electrical. All we gotta do is turn on the batteries. We'll turn on external power. We'll get the silly box out of the way for now. It'll come back. Now we have battery on, external power. We can take our time. We can make sure that everything's set. So we can't do anything with weight and fuel. It's whatever they gave us. So our payload is what they gave us. Our takeoff fuel is what they gave us. That's okay. If you map the button to add fuel, the hotkey to map fuel somewhere where you can reach it, it doesn't really matter what the fuel is on board because that button will give you 25% of your total tanks with each click. So if you're in a pinch, you can quick do it. I call it in-flight refueling. So that's all set. Again, I can't do anything with it, but I'll accept it. And I hate when it does that. I want to do the rest of the check. What's over here? So look at the takeoff data. Billings 10 left. Here's the weather. Load the METAR winds. We're on 10 left runway. Takeoff config is 1 notch of flaps.
TOS system
Everything off.
Test. Okay.
Takeoff factor is 1, so nice and safe. This is usually when I check to see that my trim is correct. So you can see it's not. Now the indicator is upside down, so up is down, down is up. So it means I got to pull back to up to get my arrow into the green bar. And they don't give you what the trim ought to be. So I just put it somewhere here around 4.5, right in the middle. And it seems to work fine. Click init. What did I do wrong? Weather. I don't know what the temperature is here. Let's see. It's not telling me, is it? Somewhere I can't see it. Here it is, 29. All right, now I can say init. It's not happy with something. Oh, accept takeoff speeds, which we'll accept. Now it should, yep, there we go. Now we accept our programming
All right. I look at the flight plan, and it's giving me 350, which is silliness. We won't know the actual one. We can look at the EFB, but I think as you saw, sometimes the EFB updates after you load the plane. And we can't use the Navigraph one. We got to use the one they gave us. 10.5. Yep, there you go. So now we know they're going to have us at 370. So I might need this again, so I'll just put it out of the way for later. But now I know that. And I can see that crisp is 111 miles out. So I'm going to set this for 370. And that'll make all of them work. All of them update then afterwards. I think they all updated. And this is, even though we're not doing our arrival yet, we have to do their arrival. We're on the ILS Y33, which final approach fix is 2427. We look at our EFB. Got 70 miles to get to 3,000 from 37. So that's 34,000 times 3, which is 48 miles. So we should be able to do 70 miles. We should be able to get down to 3,000. Although usually what I do is 70 miles out. I usually put this as something a little easier, like 190. So why don't we do that? Now, do I have to do that? No. And actually I won't, because it's career mode. They're going to give me a descent. I may not like it. But when you're on the IFR system for career mode, you have to hit their altitudes. When you're on a plane, then you can go VFR. You're below 180, then you can fly a VFR altitude. Just cancel your IFR immediately. Fly VFR. The system does not care. Again, provided you don't violate any restricted airspaces. Alright, so then we got the FMS set up pretty well. Now we need to make things think like it. So we know we're taking off at runway 10. So we can set our heading to 10, which is course 100. We can set our we can actually set our altitude now. So you see, the altitude doesn't have a course and fine adjustment, which is a pain. So you just got to turn your little fingers off. So I got mine set to scale faster as I turn faster. Makes it a little easier, as you can see. Unfortunately, you got to stop and breathe, count to 10 before you switch it again. But you know, in a real world, you get step climbs, but a decent set of controllers will give you your new altitude before you hit your step altitude. There we go, 370. Set there. So we have all that done. We can now call for boarding. Nothing else we can do now until
if you're ready, we can begin boarding. TFH 58 parking 32 for ground service. Ready to embark passengers.
And luckily we don't have to actually simulate the whole time it takes for those guys to
We're currently below 50% fuel capacity.
ASAP. So if you'd speed it up a bit, I'd appreciate it.
So I don't think that's going to work for that flight ID. Not sure if I can even change it any. We can try. No, doesn't look like anything there. It's maybe in setup. Units, alerts, MFD, audio. Nope. Well, we'll have to see. That's obviously not our call sign. Alright, everybody's in. We can start up. Got the batteries on, external power. First thing I'm going to do is get the APU going. Technically, I could have started the APU while waiting for them, but passengers don't like the noise and the smell of the kerosene burning. So while that's going on, we can turn their in, so we can turn our safety belts on. We can turn our, we don't need taxi and landing lights yet. We don't need any collision yet. We can arm the emergency lights. Okay. The APU should be on. Yep. Bus tie was open. We're going to turn off external power. Bus tie can close. We're now using APU bus. Standby power needs to come on. You see that, baby? Generators are on. Electrical's all normal. Just making sure all the buttons are where the buttons ought to be. Ice protection is norm. Okay. The thing I check is I always check the pressure mode is set, because it's sort of sad to get all the way there, get into the air and find out the pressure is not set. I believe it's set to normal. So everything's green. Now, Flight Simulator will let you start both engines at the same time. Shouldn't, but it will let you. So hold that down for 3 seconds. Wait till the little thing highlights in white. Bus tie will open when the generators come on. Fuel pumps on, brakes on, engine shut down left, right. We're in a no takeoff situation, of course. We have one engine. We're waiting for the thing to start up. Okay, bus tie went on, this generator is generating. We can go do the other one. Move it on. One, two, three. There we go. Spinning up. Landing elevation is correct. We're currently at 3450. Well, it should be right. Let's check our barometer and barometric pressure. That's correct. It's going to give us an IFR clearance. I would like to have my IFR ready. So I don't have to set. It's going to, in career mode, it sets for me. I have my 370. My frequencies are set for me, so we just request. I don't have to do it. It's going to
Billings clearance delivery. Pilot Club 159 Tango, Foxtrot Hotel 58 ready to copy IFR clearance to Kilo Mike, Kilo Tango.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 is cleared to Kilo Mike Kilo Tango Airport as filed. Runway
so in the
10
configuration
left.
in
Climb
free
and
flight,
maintain flight level tree 70.
I put a
Departure
call sign on
frequency is
Pilot Club
119.2.
and
Squawk
so we
tree
inserted that.
544.
If I had remembered to erase that, we would just see the TFH, which is 4 fundamentals. I don't know what they gave me TFH. So we accept our IFR clearance.
Clear to Kilo Mike, Kilo Tango as filed. Runway 10 left. Climb and maintain flight level tree 70. Departure frequency is 119.2. Squawk tree 544. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58. Reback is correct.
Now, by the way, when
Contact
they do
ground
these
on
recorded voices,
121.9 when ready to taxi.
as soon as the
Good day.
voice begins, the event has occurred.
Hello, everyone. Please give your warmest welcome to our passenger, Ms. McClure. This passenger is taking a break for a few days. The service must be impeccable. Have a nice flight.
It has set my squawk for me. There's my nav. Doesn't let me hit the other buttons. Okay. Alright, well, it's not letting me hit anything else. But I know that it's set it. Because it's set it for every other career mode. Alright. Put my feet on the rudder pedals just to be handy. So everything's set. Now we're going to taxi. We're going to taxi out.
Billings ground. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 with Oscar. Ready to taxi. IFR.
So I'm going to turn on my taxi lights.
Pilot
You only
Club
turn on strobes so you
159
get to the
Tango
runway.
Foxtrot
It all
Hotel
depends on your
58.
airline.
Taxi 2 and hold
I
short
don't know
runway.
what your mode is, so I turn the
taxiway.
strobes
Echo
on.
Bravo cross runway 25 Charlie.
And I turn the
Contact
lights on.
tower on 127.2.
That's not what's
Ready.
supposed to do in real life. Right. Acknowledge the clearance.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 10 left using taxiway.
So it's
Echo
way
Bravo
over there
cross
somewhere.
runway 25 Charlie. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot
So I'm
Hotel
going to look
58.
around and see if it gives me any sort of pointers, which is not. It's way behind me. So what we're going to do is taxi out. Now, thankfully, you don't get dinged for you don't get dinged for whether you follow the taxi rules. You only get dinged for failure to stop at the road short lines or landing on the wrong end. We'll bring it all the way around here. There's my taxi marker. And I can look it up on the airline chart or airport AFD. And look this time. I have GSX for free flight. Oh my goodness, it's so much. Okay, it doesn't matter how I get to the runway. As long as I get across the full short line in the correct directions. I will get dinged. Or I'm going to turn this off. Might be for a moment. You can see down here. I will get dinged for taxiing too quickly. The taxi speed limit is between 20 and 30 at different fields. So I usually try to be nice and slow. We got almost 3/4 of a mile to get there. So I'm just going to follow what it gives me. And these taxiway markers are not necessarily following the career mode instruction. It's whatever it is. The assistance is separate from career mode instruction. So sometimes it looks right, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to show you some nice things you can do when you're stable, and I think I am. I'm not speeding up. I am speeding up. Let's take it back. So I'm at idle. I'm still speeding up, so we'll slow down. You see we're going to be going behind, or the opposite direction of what's taking off. And that wind stop tells me that I'm going to have a little bit of tailwind on the brake. Again, career mode doesn't seem to care what the METAR says. Most of the time it's right, but times like this it's not. And there is a certain amount of career mode logic you need to know. If you are going to, now here it's, I can cross this runway. So Echo, we're on Bravo. What I'm saying is that the only thing you have to watch when you're taxiing, you can't hit things, and you got to stop where it says to stop for one short direction. So, for example, we couldn't taxi the runway and then come back and go to the whole short. We could get in for incursion on the runway. And like I said, entering your zone without clearance, that's a 25% ding on airline procedures. So you have to pay attention to that. And this is a more major airport, so they've rendered it correctly. The little airports, the little grass strips, and the little uncontrolled fields, they are procedurally created. I've seen boulders in the middle of runways. I saw a cliff wall at the departure end of the runway. There was no way to get over it. When you see that, it's hopeless. You just have to report the mission and go for it. So I try to keep around 20 knots. You can sim rate this and go to 2 times for a moment and then slow down. And again, the problem with that is that the taxi speed might change faster than you can react, and then you get a small, it's a 15% gain for the taxi speed. And luckily, that's just a pilot performance, so it doesn't affect your overall score; it just affects your superior score, which for many of us matters. So we're going to stop here, and you'll see it says 0.2, so I'm going to go back in the plane, and I'm going to pull up more slowly, because you want to get to where that ribbon turns light green. There it goes, and stop. You don't want to cross it.
Billings Tower, Pilot Club, 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel,
so
58
ready to take
ready
off.
for IFR departure.
We have our
runway
lights on.
10 left.
We have
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58, altimeter tree 00 tree. Cleared for takeoff runway 10 left.
So we'll give a acknowledged clearance.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10 left. Pilot Club
So while we're doing
159
that,
Tango Foxtrot Hotel
we need
58.
to turn on the auto throttle and take off. Talk to the passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is First Officer Cruz speaking.
Okay.
Estimated flight
They
time
did
to
nerf
Mankato
the
is
passenger
77
satisfaction
minutes.
score,
We
so
remind
it
you to
doesn't
keep
hurt
your
so much.
seatbelt fastened. Thank you for your attention, and let's have a great
And that's
flight.
good, because almost all the time my landing announcement, even though I click it, doesn't actually talk. So I often get the 15% reduction. So we got takeoff mode enabled. Line up on runway 10. Ready to a stop. We're doing a full stop departure. Click my heading to make sure I'm still correct. There we go. 4 degrees left. Make sure I've got 1 notch of flaps in. There we go. I've got. I'm bringing power up slowly with brakes on. Make sure I don't get a no takeoff alarm. Everything's spinning up. No takeoff alarm occurred, so we are configured correctly. I'm going to release the parking brake. We're going to need foot brakes. I'm going to rotate it 100. If my cockpit, or my first officer is a complete stupid mummy. Rotate it. He didn't say it. Rotate it.
V1, rotate.
Okay, 10, 15 degrees for this line, and bring the flaps all the way up. So now we're going to switch to nav mode, heading mode.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 contact Billings departure on 119.2. Good day.
119.2.
119.2 for Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
What I did is I already had the auto throttle turned on.
Billings
so
departure, Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 is passing 6,100 climbing flight level tree
I click the
70.
FMC button. The FMC request is 250.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58, Billings departure, altimeter tree 00 tree, radar contact, continue.
So technically, so we're going to turn to the initial heading. look at our first waypoint. Go direct, activate direct, and switch to nav. So now we're on FMS, download, and climb. And we're on our way. Get over 10,000, we can turn off the landing lights.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 contact Salt Lake Center on 133.25. Good day.
She's so serious.
133.25 for Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
And your pump requirement.
Salt Lake Center, Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 is at 11,400 climbing flight level tree 70. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58, Salt Lake Center, altimeter tree 002. Radar contact, continue.
Gravity flow on. Should not be so turn it off. Alright, now we just fly. Now, so I'm going to 2 actual airports, so I can take advantage of having half. And I'm not sure if I will think I do with FS desktop. It's a flight pan. You want to use it? Yeah, we'll use it. So you can see we got a 6-knot tailwind, which we knew that. That was 8-knot tailwind. Unfortunately, I have to land my way through the run. So I'll just make sure that I add 10 knots to my airspeed.
Captain, we've just cleared 18,000 feet. Time to set the altimeter to standard.
Thank you, dear. And after saying that, she doesn't do her own, so I don't do it. And again, I can cancel IFR, but then I will get a restricted ding, and there will be no message that tells me that. Because it just ding me and leave me. So I got the sim ring up there so I can see it. But I'm going to show you if I go to external mode. Look up here at the compass. I have a numpad plus and numpad minus sim rate, decrease sim rate. If I go to 2, it shows up there so you can see it. But when you go back to your window in the plane, there's nothing to show you. If I hit here, there's nothing to show you. So I downloaded MSFS sim rate monitor out of flightsim.to and FS desktop. Gave them a donation because it's such a good program, and now I have that up there when I'm in VR, so I can see if I messed with the sim rate. So everything is green, everything looks good. My fuel's low. Now I'm going to show you a clever thing. We took
Pilot
off.
Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 contact Salt Lake Center on 127.75. Good day.
I put this thing somewhere I can see it right in the face. Because I don't want to for any mistake for CCOM. I've mapped increase
Salt Lake Center, Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 is at flight level 265 climbing flight level 370.
Up.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58, Salt Lake Center. Radar contact, continue.
I could have waited until it got down to low fuel alert and then just eked a little bit more in. Or I could have used the EFB and the managed aircraft and looked at what my block fuel was and bought just enough fuel to get block fuel. And then I would have been paying credit for it. And I'm cheap. I'm so cheap that if I can get inflated fuel, I'll do it. And yes, it's only a few $1,000s in fuel. But this is it. I did the other way to 100 degrees. And when you're flying, we just started with the Cessnas. That little bit of fuel matters. That hurts when you're trying to get enough credits to get. You need 3 Cessnas in cargo. Then you need 3 208Bs, and then you need 3 heaviers, which I did a PC-12, my latest 12, which is very nice. I really want to do the PC-24 because it goes higher and faster, but unfortunately it's such a bad sim aircraft that it's a pain in the butt for me to use it, so I don't fly it. So I'm just using 12s. And the reason we wanted the bigger one is because you get a lot more for the long ones. So this is a short one at 1.3 mil, but the one I flew over here, it was 3 hours, was almost 4 mil credits. You can see as we get up there, I can start using the sim rate line. So I can put this to 4. And it's so smooth right now, I can probably put it to 8. What I'm looking for though is for no VSI. If I see my VSI start flying all over the place like that, then APU is still on. Thank you. We've got something. See how it jumped to 3,000? So you have to keep an eye on this. Do your crew, to your satisfaction.
Guests, glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of the 4 fundamentals on flight TFH-58. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 37,000 feet at an airspeed of 250 knots. It's 1450 and are expected to land in Mankato approximately at 1731 local time. Current temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
The auto throttle tends to go a little too high. And again, it's not a plane that we can fly what you're looking for. So there, again, 4, so we're going to bring ourselves down to 8.2. So we're 4 times, so this turns out quickly. We're going to sync the heading. It does auto sync, which is really nice and sync mode, so just move it once and just stay there. And yeah, I'm down a fraction of Mach
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 contact Salt Lake Center on 126.85. Good day.
126.85. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 Salt Lake Center. Radar contact. Continue to KU03W.
It's right in front of me. Remember I said that as soon as they start talking, that is the event. It's not the entire phraseology. So as soon as you see that thing, that you get a knowledge of, even if they haven't finished talking, go ahead and click it. The other thing to notice is even though it's queued for sending, but we already sent it. So it didn't capture it, even though I said it and you heard it, it didn't capture it. So we have to watch now to see if the ATC uses triggers. And if they do, it's pretty easy to set that up. you will see the bars below say tune to the center. So just click to that center and then manually check in and then sync back up and you won't get dinged for lost accuracy. You have to be a little careful with this. So I have gone VFR up here. I'm at 25% there. So, and you don't want to do skip because fully half your no skip bonus is a lot of credits. And if you're going to spend the time doing this, use the sim rates and take a risk on your performance so that you get your full credits. Now this is only 1.5 million credits, so I would lose, but still I could lose 500,000, 600,000 on those skip points. So we'll increase a little bit to 8. And watch the comms. Really, I can put those down so I can look over here.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 contact Minneapolis Center on 124.25. Good day.
Going to 124.25. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58. Minneapolis Center, Pilot Club
159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
Flight level
Minneapolis Center,
70.
radar contact. Continue to BL wide.
So the other thing is that when I'm going to do some maneuver, some stuff, I don't want to be in an increased sim rate because it's so easily caught. So what I want to do is I want to change my panel over here. And there's usually a dial that says pane. Here we go, right here. So if I want to change pane, I'm supposed to be able to go. I switch it. I've never been able to see it do it. See, it doesn't change the highlight, so I can't change the panes, which is unfortunate. What I can do is, this is traffic. I don't care about traffic. I do care about weather. This is what I really want to know is if there's any weather. And I should be able to increase my range by pushing away. That's how I remember it. Roll up, pushes away, roll back towards me, rolling down, pulls in. So I want 50 miles out. You can see, I'll do it. I'm far you can see there's stuff 150 miles away. And then I like having a map. And this should adjust this map. And that's 80 miles out at this point. You need to look at your range indicator on the left side. Check it out. Because they look the same, but it won't be the same. Alright, so we're at 4, we're going to go to 8. Pay attention to radar, or to ATC.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58. Contact Minneapolis Center on 126.8. Good day.
Click it.
126.8. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
You don't have to have it automatically. You can do it
Minneapolis Center, Pilot Club 159 Tango
I got a friggin'
Foxtrot
first officer
Hotel
who's completely
58.
useless.
Flight level tree
This should be
70.
all work he's doing.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58. Minneapolis Center, radar contact, continue to KP90A.
You see, we're making good time on this flight. Which is excellent. KP90A, the 2 will kill it. If we pull up the EFB again, I start thinking about our descent pattern. Completely or whatever is our last one, and then so we had 7
Pilot Club 159.
and I'm not waiting.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot, Hotel 58. Acknowledge last transmission.
So
Going
it
to
gives a one chance to
125.1.
remember.
Pilot Club
Because over
159
8
Tango
times,
Foxtrot, Hotel
lost, remember,
58.
starts the time you speak at
Minneapolis
8
Center,
times.
Pilot
Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58, Minneapolis Center, radar contact, continue to Tula.
So they said we don't need to be down below. So we want to be, we'll see what they do. He'll give us a descent somewhere. And we'll see if that descent works for us. Now, you can see it's in Mach numbers. As you get lower, it should automatically go to actual airspeed knots per hour. If it doesn't, you can click on the speed on the top of this and switch it manually. But when you're above flight level 180, the transition altitude, you're typically going to be in Mach. And you can control them all, so I did that. So if you're on that sim, they'll tell you to maintain on the Mach 8.82. A lot of your airliners can run up to the 7.7. So they might ask you to slow down at 7.7. Usually, however, they'll give you an altitude 1,000 or 2 above them, and you'll just pass them. Or you'll go below the pass. But typically, they have you pass over. Because the airliners need to descend a little sooner than we do. We have much better descent speed, much better pressurization than the airliners. Commercial airliners. I could argue except the Airbus. Airbus is pretty nice. So, click the center button here, and then we'll back it up at that. Let me see what we got left. I usually use the FMS or the EFB map on my lower view.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot, Hotel 58 contact, Minneapolis Center on 120.6. Good day.
We see it 4 times. No problem.
120.6 for Pilot Club.
8 times on this one.
159 Tango Foxtrot, Hotel 58. Minneapolis
16,
Center,
you will
Pilot
miss
Club 159 Tango Foxtrot, Hotel 58.
And you might be able to
Flight
salvage
level
it, but then you'll
70.
contact the center.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58, Minneapolis Center, radar contact,
ATC
continue to carry.
communications are only 10 or 15% decrease. So the big deal is going where you're not going places that tells you you can't. And that's like real world, right? Stop short for the runway. Don't do a runway incursion.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 contact Minneapolis Center on 128.5. Good day.
Going to 128.5.
The other thing is ATC will tell you to turn off its taxiway,
Hotel 58.
but career mode has your whole short
Minneapolis
farther
Center,
down the
Pilot
runway.
Club 159 Tango
Ignore ATC at
Foxtrot,
that point,
Hotel
follow the
58. Flight level tree
You
70.
can't go onto the taxiway and taxi up to the whole short line. That'll be a
Pilot
taxi
Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58,
So
Minneapolis
taxi all the way down the runway.
Radar contact, continue to
Sometimes they put the whole short line behind you when you have to finagle the plane into a 180 and taxi backwards on the 180. Not realistic. That wouldn't happen in the real world. You just have to keep going. But it can happen. And if you're doing it for career mode and you want points, you want the reputation, then honor the whole short lines. Same thing with the parking space. We'll talk about that when we get closer when we're taxiing the parking. The system doesn't care if you follow the taxi path. All it cares is after the
Pilot
whole
Club
short.
159 Tango.
all it cares after the whole chart
Going to 132.05. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
The problem is that
Minneapolis
often
Center,
it routes
Pilot
you
Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
that
Flight level tree
or even airplanes in the way, and you will crash the plane and you will lose
Pilot
it.
Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58,
So,
Minneapolis Center.
taxi the way you need to on the ground that you're hitting from. And I strongly recommend taxiing from the external. So here's Pilot. We're coming up on Pilot.
128.5 for Pilot Club
Pilot Club
159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
Minneapolis
You see
Center.
it didn't
Radar
register in the
contact.
SEM, even though I
Continue to pilot.
recorded. So somewhere between here and Lily, so we're getting close. And zoom in.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58. Descend and maintain 5,000.
There you go, 5,000. 5,000. So let's
Descend
start
and
down
maintain
to right away,
5,000. Pilot Club
Hit the F
159 Tango
FLC,
Foxtrot Hotel 58.
and then keep turning. That way it starts descending.
Pilot
while
Club
you're suggesting.
159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58. Contact Minneapolis Center on 127.1. Good day.
So now I'll send you a little more things to do.
127.1
But again, if
for
you hit
Pilot Club
Pilot Club
159
159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58. Minneapolis Center. Radar contact. Continue to pilot.
Alright, so we're descending. And so I have my manual FMS, or manual descent speed set up. And if it can't do it, as you see it can, put your spoilers in. It's not going to tell you to do it. But you can put the spoilers in, and they're infinitely adjustable. So if I put them all the way down to slow down now, it's going to go too slow. And for some reason, usually 290 is what I want. Bring the spoilers up a little bit.
We're below 18,000 feet. Just a heads up to switch the
Thank you.
altimeter to
I'm not sure I
QNH.
should do that one because I didn't. Go these. I'm using my B key because I don't know what the altimeter is supposed to be. And you can see the pressurization's working.
We're exceeding safe speed limits. We should adjust right away.
Okay, and I just screwed up. So I'm going to get a 10% ding for max speed.
Pilot Club 150.
Climb and maintain 5,000. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
So it didn't do what we wanted, did it? So let's put that back to airspeed 250. And it's going to catch up. what screwed me over. So it's no longer doing what we want. Alright. So when all else fails,
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel Site 8. You are 300 below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 5,000 altimeter tree 010.
Maintain present altitude. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58.
5,000 feet. So we had to manually recover that. So what we're going to do now, this is a pain in the ass. Bring up the speed brake now. I'm just curious what the FMS wants as a speed. No, I don't want 250. Because it's too easy for this thing to work. Alright, well that was unfortunate, but so we look here if it ever gets there. So Peep Key Retel Anime is 2,900. We're gonna can't they ought to give us the approach, that's what they do. But anyway, we'll get a performance ding for exceeding the speed limit. Which is why when I'm doing it, when I'm patrolling people doing it, I'll give people something at 10 or 11,000, and then at that point I'll remind them that saying airspeed 250 or less, so that they remember to slow it down. But you see, this thing just drops like a stone. That's not what the FMS does. Now you can also use the, which I probably should have done in the future, is use the vertical speed control. So he's going to be, but we don't want to do that. We want to go to PECP. Where is PECP? So it doesn't have PECP anymore. Let's see what they gave us. Wireless. We're at anime. We go down to 15,000 or 1,500 or 3,000. And we're already coming into our find the anime here. Anime is 60 miles out. So we don't have to do anything with our speeds yet. We can bring it up to 245. Lights are on. Because we're going 10,000. And normally it'd be lights on. I'm sorry, we wouldn't be lights on. It would be lights on. So I didn't need to go to
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58. You are 1,600 below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 5,000 altimeter tree 011.
Climb and maintain 5,000. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot, Hotel 58.
Using my spoilers to keep my speed below 250. It won't ding me a second time. You only get one ding. Okay, so now we're back to where we wanted to be. And truly, we should have gone to Bigawee, whatever it is, since we're flying from the east. BIGIW. I don't think so. I think it might be too late to do that. We can try. Okay. So now we're at BIGIW, which is 50 miles out. That way I don't have to do receiver track. Now if I don't like what they're doing at this point, I just cancel. At this point I can cancel my file. Which I might just do because I don't want to screw it.
Minneapolis Center, Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot, Hotel 58. Cancel IFR at this time.
Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
And I would love to know what happened to my transponder control. Now since I changed this, now it's running through all of those that I've done and collecting when that's done. Just fine. There it is. So now we're at 12. Okay, fine. And you can see it cleared everything off, which is a bug, but we got 10 minutes to Biggie. I don't have to worry about ATC, so I'm going to speed this thing up. Speed up to 4 times, and it's turning for a second. But you see what it did there? When it got crazy, immediately took over manual control. Which is what you need to be ready to do anytime you have a patch just screwing up. And in VATSIM, when you program it in, do all your waypoints ahead of time and your entire approach ahead of time. And then they give you a vector. You probably can't get the autopilot to do it fast enough. Just turn it off and just pull up your. If you don't, you should have had the chart ready ahead of time, and just be ready to. The first thing you want to do is get straight level and get a good altitude. And then set your heading to where you think your waypoint is. Then go direct to that waypoint that's going to get you back on track, and switch to nav. Then mess with your altitude and set your. Go up or down to your altitude with trim. When you get there, then you can set altitude and use FMC to tweak it if you need to. And that'll get you back under control. And of course, anytime you have to go to manual control, make sure you're not in let's assume get it back to 1. And if it's really too fast for you, go down to 0.5. It'll give you more time to recover everything and it'll be much nicer. So you can see now what my approach is, and we're coming up on Bigawee. We need to go down to 2,000, so I'm going to go back to 1, We need to be at Big Wee at 2900. So we just turn it up to 2900. Right there. FLC. It's 14 miles out, plenty of time to get 2100. And you can see the waypoint on career mode is several notches ahead of us. Doesn't matter, as long as you land on the runway was assigned, you will be fine. So I could have gone direct in and just done a VFR turn and landed. I'm doing this just to show what I'm doing. So it says going to flight K market. No, we're going to do the approach. So, and it doesn't matter. Career mode doesn't care. We'll zoom in. Here we're going to center us and zoom in real far so you can see it. What we're doing. And you can see the localizer is already woken up. So it knows we're coming onto a localizer, and it's reassuring to me because it means the localizer is set. If you want to make sure, you can go to your navs and look, and you see K market is in both of the navs. That's what we wanted. So we're there. Now we'll stay at 240 until we get. We're close to anime now. So when we get to big TW, we're going to go to 220 or 210. That's what you normally fly in at. That's what everybody flies in at. Your Batson controller may give you 210 or something less depending on the event traffic. So we're 7 miles out, not quite time to do it. I have my honeycomb set to airspeed for directions. I don't need to do anything with the FMS. So if the lateral direction is completely autopilot, will be all the way until we get to 500 or until the decision. So if we look at our minimums, the easy thing to do on minimums is to set this to radio out. All minimums in the United States are 200 feet above minimum. So I just sent that in, now it's on radio out 200. And it'll call the minimums out, whatever the is supposed to be. You can set it with barometric as well, which is 1221. The touchdown zone elevation is 1,117. So this is a pretty low decision height. So my decision height is actually 1221 is pretty darn good. I can make it 1221. Change back to barometric. 1221. Enter. Now our minimum is set for barometric. Of course, that means you got to make sure your barometric pressure is correct. Okay, we're slowing. We're making our turn into the into anime. So at this point, we can slow down to 210. We'll go 220 for now. Now, could I go faster? Of course I could. But it's not. You're not the only one in the air.
Kilo Romeo Echo Delta automated weather observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20C, dew point 10C. Kilo Romeo Echo Delta automated weather observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20C, dew point 10C. Altimeter 2992.
There we go.
Kilo Romeo Echo Delta automated weather observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20C, dew point 10C. Altimeter 29er92. Kilo Romeo Echo Delta Automated Weather Observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind come. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20°C, dew point 10°C. Altimeter 29er92.
It's really irritating, isn't it?
Kilo Romeo Echo Delta Automated Weather Observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind come. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20°C, dew point 10°C. Altimeter 29er92.
We're going to slow this down.
Kilo Romeo Echo Delta Automated Weather Observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind come. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20°C, dew point 10°C. Altimeter 29er92.
Oh, so something happened here. So it gave me credit. Finally.
Kilo Mike Kilo Tango traffic. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 is on final. Runway tree to land. Kilo Mike Kilo Tango.
We're gonna drop our gear.
Kilo Romeo Echo Delta Automated Weather Observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind come. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20°C, dew point 10°C. Altimeter 29er92.
Switch to FMS because at this point the FMS
Kilo Romeo Echo Delta Automated Weather Observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind come. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20°C, dew point 10°C. Altimeter 29er92. Kilo Romeo Echo Delta Automated Weather Observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind come. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20°C, dew point 10°C. Altimeter 29er92.
Auto throttle.
Kilo Romeo Echo Delta Automated Weather Observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind come. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20°C, dew point 10°C. Altimeter 29er92.
Okay, and now we want to be at
Kilo Romeo Echo Delta Automated Weather Observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind come. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20°C, dew point 10°C. Altimeter 29er92. Kilo Romeo Echo Delta Automated Weather Observation. 2100 Zulu. Wind come. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1900, few clouds at 4900, few clouds at 14,000. Temperature 20°C, dew point 10°C. Altimeter 29er92.
So the autopilot sort of screwed me over in terms of not giving me speeds I needed. And we know the whole short line is behind us, so we slow down here. And the flaps all the way up. And we turn around. Which you wouldn't do in real life, but you would just check. I might not even get an S on this because I did 2 airspeed elevations. Luckily, I can go back to my cargo flight and do one cargo flight in S with a 408. That's all. Don't ever get too upset about those grade scores. You can always do that. why in the world put a whole short line right after you landed? This is just some stupid decision. This makes me want to give up on crew. That looks really weird. I'm probably going to be dinged for this too. Yeah. So my hold short line is I made a hold short on the line.
Kilo Mike Kilo Tango traffic. Pilot Club 159 Tango Foxtrot Hotel 58 is taxiing to parking. Kilo Mike Kilo Tango.
We're going to turn here and see if we can't find the parking space there. There it is. Isn't that absurd? Look at this. Now, is it going to ding me for crossing this runway? Let's see. And it doesn't matter what direction you are in the parking stand. It does not care. And here we got another hangar, we got some airplanes. So, and they spawn the airplanes in the worst places imaginable. And it wants to make a turn, and it puts me right next to the elevator tower, which is also stupid. So, it wants to turn facing home. Which I'm not going to do. Alright. Let's get the heck out of this thing. Parking brake on. Everything's off there. All the lights off except recognition. Pulse light off. EPU on. Mission steps, get rid of this thing, get rid of the CFB, get rid of this brake control, I'm getting that. Make sure the EPU is stabilized. It is. Bus is open. I can now shut down the engines. So I don't need to worry about any of the controls, they are all automatic. So shutting down is nothing more than turning them off. That's it. We can get out. End of flight.